very different than 24-year-olds, and the things they talk about on runs are very different than people in college or just out of college. It's real life stuff, you know, and they had some tough times that they had to get through together, including some really tough life stuff for Kellen this segment, and you know, Aliphine and Steph were there for her. And when you talk about their workouts, I mean, they were just so trusting of one another and so trusting of the program, and you know, there were workouts where Aliphine did pull away at the end, kind of like today, but it never made Steph or Kellen jealous or bitter, and they were nothing but happy for her, and they're nothing but happy for her now.
What was it like out there for you guys as you were watching everything? I mean,
yeah, it's a great course. Atlanta Track Club did a wonderful job. This is easily the best trials of all time, I would say, track or marathon. And I don't know how many people, I don't know how you do those counts, but I mean, there had to be 500,000 people out here. It was totally insane. It was 5 deep everywhere you were and on the course. And so what I would do is I would go inside to the HOKA cheer zone. We kind of took over a restaurant at mile 1. Then I would go out as they got close. I would watch them come by, and then I'd go back in. And we just watch back and forth and back and forth. And then when it got late, I went out into that final 2.2 mile, or right around there, and saw her there. I guess it was like 23 and a half I saw her. And you know, she had pulled away at that point with Molly. And so we were just kind of telling her, just keep pressing. Don't go too crazy, just keep pressing, because they had plenty of distance. And I was talking to my wife, she was in the bar that they were all stationed at, all the HOKA people, and the whole bar was just going, Aliphine. And so it was very cool.
3 in the top 8, is that pretty much what you expected, or is that even
we
better?
We wanted 3 in the top 3, but no, 3 in the top 8 was pretty good. We beat some really wonderful women, very talented, very tough women, and you know, Steph had the best marathon of her life. Aliphine had the best marathon of her life, and I really do feel for Kellen. Her shin was bothering her these entire last 2 weeks. We didn't tell anybody about it, but she couldn't run on any ups or downs these last 2 weeks. She had this real bad shin split on her right leg, and she toughed it out and got 8th.
And what happened with Fabo?
What happened is he ran 2:12 on the hardest course I've ever seen. He still got 12th place. The men's race was totally insane. Totally insane. I don't know what to think of it, to be honest with you.
Have you talked to him about him?
Nah, I haven't talked to him yet.
Okay.
I haven't talked to him yet.
Anything you think he could have done differently?
I wish he wouldn't have got the flu. You know, I mean, that's the difference between our women and our men. Our women had a flawless segment physically. They made it through every workout. And Scott both got this nasty flu 6 weeks out, and put them out for 10 days, and just threw off their rhythm. And you know, he just missed a couple of sessions. He was still very fit, obviously, but he wasn't he didn't maybe have all the tools in the toolbox we would have liked him to have had.
You think he'll go back to Boston?
Oh, this year? No, I don't think so. I think he puts a lot of mental energy into each race, and he'll need a lot of time to recover mentally.
Do you have an initial sense of like the time conversion right now with the wind and the hills? Should we be subtracting 3 minutes from these times? More?
Well, I would have said that before, but then with what the men ran, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what to make of that race. I would say the women's race was exactly what I thought. I thought they would maybe run 2:26, which they would have if a few of the early miles would have been faster. Mm-hmm. The men's race, I just can't tell you what I think. I have no idea what happened there.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah. And do you think, I mean, you obviously want to get Olympian. Do you think Aliphine winning is extra special for the program?
Yeah, it's extra special. We really wanted to win. You know, we really wanted to win. I just told them a long time ago, 12 weeks ago, that let's go for the win. The people that make the team go for the win. There is no trying to be third. It doesn't work. And that was our focus the whole time for the women, was to win this race. And so, you know, we're very happy.
But after the 2016 trials, I was with you guys at the bar after the race, and you kind of addressed the whole group and thanked everybody. You know, fast forward now 4 years, I mean, what's changed for you guys and where you're at now today?
Well, we've continued to have success since that time. We're very locked in on the marathon distance for sure, other distances as well, but we've continued to add wonderful people, human beings that make us better. Aliphine being one of those. Of course, she's a talented athlete, but she's a great person. And Rory Linklater's a great person, and Matt Baxter's a great person, and Sid Vaughn, and all these people that we've added in the last couple of years. And then you add those people on top of Steph and Kellen and Scott Smith and Scott Fallwood, and it's just a great group of people. And so our culture is at an all-time high, and of course, HOKA's support it's through the roof. I mean, we've grown with them, and we're able to do so many things now that financially, and that's a huge help.
You've seen the women. What'd you tell them afterwards?
Steph and Kellen, I just said, I'm sorry, you guys did great. We didn't make it, but you did great. And it's easier to swallow, I think, for them since Allie made it. Yeah.
You've seen Allie or you haven't seen her?
Once, yeah, just now. Yeah.
What'd you tell her?
Just great job, She just basically cried, so I didn't have much to say. She's a very emotional person.
Yeah.
Congrats out there, man.
Thank you.
Kellen was saying she gave an invitation of Allie and said Allie shows up for practice and is like, I don't know if I can do it today.
Yeah.
And then she said even today, Allie doesn't hear that, but then she comes through and she's like, I woke up, I didn't tell anyone, I wasn't feeling good.
She's just, she's very invested. She cares very much, and when you care very much, sometimes you get a little hypersensitive right before a big session or a big race, and we've come to expect that, so I wasn't worried.
And coming in, would you, if you had to pick one of your women who did the best, you thought her, because she's pulling away in some of the workouts? And
yeah, and because Kellen's shin was bothering her, and because Steph hasn't had as much success in the marathon as she has at other distances, I think if you gave me some truth serum, I would have said Aliphine. I told just only a couple of people, I didn't tell any media people, and I waited until yesterday. Just a couple of close friends, I said, I think Aliphine. I didn't want to put that publicly out there.
You're like the only guy not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
And going forward, what do you think?
Also, I would tell you that, one of the big things with the media and the pundits, which is totally fine, is, oh, well, Molly's so talented. She's done all this stuff at other distances. Aliphine was 9th at the World Championships as a 15-year-old, the World Cross-Country Championships. She's got every bit as talented. She's every bit as talented as any of the other women. So she had that. Plus, I knew she was very fit. So, yeah, I felt very confident.
What do you think going forward? I mean, looking even at Tokyo, what do you think she can do there?
Yeah, we got to look at the course and the weather and all that stuff, but we'll just prepare for it like we did for this one. We'll analyze the course, try to get ready for the course and the conditions. And she does run very well in the heat. So, I feel good about it initially, but there's a lot of work to do.
And then the other two women on the track, you like their chances?
I can't wait for the track for them. Yeah, they were 3rd and 4th last year, and that was really an abbreviated kind of segment, and I feel very good about what gets those two ready. And I feel very good about those two being ready on the biggest days, and I'm excited for the track for them.
How'd Sid do in Scottsdale?
Sid dropped out, and I haven't talked to him yet, and probably was just over his head, but what are you going to do? You got to get after it, and Scott was 19th, Scott Smith, and then Scott Fauble was 12th. If you'd have told me that 12th was going to be 2:12, I can't believe it. I can't believe how fast the men's race was.
If I said beforehand, Fauble runs 2:12, would you take it?
If you told me beforehand he runs 2:12 and beats Jared Ward, I say absolutely, he's on the team, no question. I can't believe it. But I do think that he missed a couple things in training due to sickness and whatnot, and I do think that was probably a factor. He probably wasn't as strong as he could have been, which is no fault of his own.